I don't know what really makes a great musical or not. In the end, you write it, and you write it because you want to write it.
And if Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber writes it, there's a good chance it'll be a hit. After all, this is a man with 3 shows simultaneously running on Broadway. Phantom of the Opera.
Turn your face away from the garish light.
School of Rock.
Yes, you're in the band.
And the brand new revival of Cats.
Andrew.
The newest of these, School of Rock, based on the Jack Black movie about a washed-up musician who teaches a bunch of prep schoolers to unleash their inner Zeppelin, opened in December.
It's not a musical that's going to change the course of the Western musical as we presently know it. I mean, but hopefully you take something away from it. And I mean, it's got some, catchy songs.
In fact, Lloyd Webber received some of the best reviews of his career for School of Rock.
1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3.
The show isn't entirely new territory for him. Early on, he and lyricist Tim Rice teamed up for one of the first ever rock musicals, Jesus Christ Superstar. This song from the 1971 show was so popular, 2 versions of it landed on the charts at the same time.
That was a song that I always thought, it was a melody that could take a story. You see, it has a progression and a movement, you see. So,
Telling stories with music started early for Lloyd Webber.
And then, it's going to go somewhere.
Raised in a family of musicians, his father was director of the London College of Music, the future impresario fashioned a miniature stage from a record player.
Were your musical tastes typical?
No, my love of musical theatre was certainly not typical. It was considered to be very, very abnormal, in fact. It may sound amazing to people today, but Rodgers and Hammerstein were considered by, how can I put it, the sort of opinion-making class, the tastemakers and everything, to be off the scale as sentimental, I remember once saying at a dinner when I was very little, and they were frightfully grand people, they said, I like Carousel. And, what?
After dropping out of the Royal College of Music, Lloyd Webber began collaborating with Tim Rice while still in his teens. The pair returned to Broadway post-Superstar with Evita, a musical about Eva Perón, the wife of Argentina's general-turned-president.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
It's a dramatic moment, finding an anthem that could turn on her,
All through my wild days, my mad existence.
Because you see, that can be played in complete triumph,
Evita was a hit.
Because jellicles are jellicles do.
But Cats, based on the poems of T.S. Eliot and Lloyd Webber's first musical without Rice, was a mega hit.
I played the cast album of Cats so many times my brother almost killed me. And he'd come into my room and he'd say, I'm sick of hearing about the Jellicle Cats.
Because jellicles can and jellicles do. Jellicles do and jellicles can.
You know what Jellicle Cats are, do you? And
I actually don't. What are Jellicle Cats?
Well, Jellicle Cats are a corruption of what the English sort of posh upper class say, dear little cats. Oh. So dear little cats become Jellicle Cats.
Oh, dear little cats.
And if you were in Downton Abbey, you would say, dear little cats.
Oh, so dear little cats, dear little cats.
Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats.
Are you a cat person?
Yes, absolutely.
How many do you have?
Well, at the moment I have 4, all Turkish van cats.
Turkish van? What's
Yeah,
a van
a
cat?
van cat is a swimming cat.
They go to your swimming pool?
Yes, absolutely.
Are they friendly?
Very friendly. They're very friendly, but they're also extremely strong-willed.
With Cats and then Phantom of the Opera, Lloyd Webber became famous beyond the world of musical theater.
I was asked if I would play the role of Amadeus in the movie of that name.
You were asked to play Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Yes, and I turned it down. And it was one of those things. The more I said no, the more they thought it was a great idea. I said, look, I'm really flattered, but there is an issue. If I play the role, it's got to be my music, not Mozart's. I thought this might get rid of them. Well, one of them said, actually, and it's a rather good idea. And I thought, oh, no, please free me.
Lloyd Webber seems keenly aware of his own limits. He writes the music, but not the words to his shows.
Why haven't you written lyrics in your shows?
Because I can't.
Have you tried?
When I was a kid, I tried, and I soon learned that this was not a skill that I really wouldn't. I mean, writing lyrics is something which is very specific, and the great lyric writers, I mean, you know, they have a turn of phrase and a way of writing that I simply couldn't get near.
And not all of his shows have been smash hits on Broadway.
What was up with the musical where everybody was on roller skates pretending they were trains?
Oh, that was fun, great fun. It was a very stupid idea to bring it here in the form that it was. I hugely opposed it. It's still running in Germany and places like this. It's written for kids, entirely written for kids.
But don't cry for Andrew Lloyd Webber. He's got an Oscar, 3 Grammys, and 7 Tonys. And Phantom of the Opera is the longest-running Broadway show ever.
I know that a lot of British people don't like to talk about money, but I'm not British, so I have to ask. By some measure, you're the richest man in all of pop music.
I very much doubt that.
I think you are. You've got like $1 billion.
I've done extremely well, but I think you might find that the composer and the lyricist of The Lion King were rather ahead of of me. Yeah, I think so.
You think that Elton John has more money than you?
Oh, yeah.
You do not. No, there's no
Well,
way.
he goes out for a few $1 million a concert, so for a start.
Yeah, but you got to, like, $1 billion is 1,000
Listen,
million.
it really doesn't matter. The most important thing with money is to use it. That's why I have my foundation. But I can assure you that I am nowhere near the top of the tree when it comes to the rich Brits in music.
We stand corrected. Andrew Lloyd Webber is number 2, just behind Sir Paul McCartney on the list of rich Brits in music. So he's doing just fine.
We've come to the part of the interview where we sum up your life. How would you describe it?
Well, I think I'm the luckiest man alive, really, because I've been able to do the one thing in my life that I really love, and I'm still doing it, and I don't intend to stop.